The only thing holding you back from a life of clear thinking and freedom from digestive problems is your mindset. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can completely change your mentality around digestion and the 6 common pitfalls that your mind will try to bring you more pain. If you don't know who I am, I'm Maxim Bishop. I'm a former monk. I studied the Vedas and the Ayurveda for the past 7 years, and I wrote a book called Fix Your Digestion Fast. The Ayurveda is a holistic science of health that dates back 5,000 years and provides all the best answers that we need for our health today. I've studied that science and I've spent years educating people how they can fix their digestion fast. So in my book, in the last chapter, it talks about the mind and how the greatest enemy on our path to healthy digestion is actually our own mind. The mind tends to justify eating more than necessary because it's trained to seek enjoyment. The trouble is the mind is not the one that has to do any of the digesting. So we've been spoon-fed propaganda our whole life, and we've learned to not think about our eating habits and whether they're good for us or bad for us, really. One of the core things I teach in my book and the Ayurveda teaches is that you should only eat when you're hungry. It sounds really simple, but if you do this, 2 things will happen. Number 1, if you actually do it, you'll get so much clarity in your thinking. You'll have less bloating, IBS, acid reflux, constipation, and in general, you're gonna have a clear mind and gut. And number 2 is that your mind will try to trick you into overeating again. It's not that he's out to get you, it's just what he's been trained to do for years. It's more like a survival mechanism gone wrong. So there are 6 major mentality pitfalls, and we're going to cover them now. The last one is really nasty, so be sure to stick till the end. So the 6 mentality pitfalls are this. My metabolism was good. The last meal was light. This meal is light. I haven't eaten so much today, so I can eat more now. Well, I usually get hungry around this time, and this one's the killer. One time won't kill you. So now let's break these down into a bit more detail and explain how to overcome these different thought patterns which hold us back from a healthy digestion. So the first one is my metabolism is good. Your metabolism may be good. I have no doubt that you know that your metabolism is good. But if you take that meal before you're ready to digest, you're gonna spoil your metabolism. Metabolism is a result of good digestion. It means your body's ability to break down nutrients. And according to Ayurveda, what really breaks down food is digestive fire. If you don't have a digestive fire, you won't be able to break down food. Digestive fire is described in detail in the first chapter of my book. Now, like any other fire, if you smother it with too much fuel, too much wood, then it's gonna go out. And similarly, if we have digestive fire in our stomach and we smother it with too much food, or the fire is barely lit and we put too much food on too early, then the fire is going to go out and we won't be able to digest our food properly. So even if your digestion is usually really good, it won't be if you smother your fire before you're ready to digest properly. Now the next point, my last meal was light. It doesn't really matter. Of course, if your last meal was light, usually that will mean that your digestion is ready. Of course, a lighter meal will digest faster and generally you'll be ready to eat earlier. But if your stomach fire is not burning, just because your last meal was light doesn't mean that you should eat now if you don't feel the call of digestion, if you don't feel that you have a burning digestive fire. Even if you just ate like an apple a few hours ago and it really should be digested, but you're still not feeling digestive fire, don't eat. Your body knows what's best for it. And there are many factors that affect digestion. It's not just the quality of the thing that you eat. It's the time of day that you eat. It's the strength of your digestive fire when you eat it. It's the season that you eat it in, how much you chewed it. Don't go by the heaviness or lightness of your meal. Go by hunger. This meal is light. Look, it will not be digested no matter how light it is if your fire isn't ready. I think you're seeing a theme here in what I'm saying. Just imagine a fire pit without any fire. You can throw stuff on that fire pit and it's not going to burn. Even if what you throw in there is very light and easy to burn, if there's no fire, how can it burn? The next one is, I haven't eaten so much today, so I can eat more now. It just doesn't work like that. Fire is the priority. Even a small amount of food needs to be digested. Your stomach will take time to process and digest even a small snack, and it won't be hungry and ready to digest unless it does. I usually get hungry around this time. Of course, eating at the same time of day is really important, and I do talk about that in my book, but it isn't gonna be more important than having a strong digestive fire. It may very well be that you usually always get hungry at lunch, but if you don't have any fire, it's best just to skip the meal. Why? Because again, no digestive fire means you won't be able to digest. Skipping a meal is always better than having a whole meal undigested sitting in your stomach. That will cause bloating, heaviness, general discomfort. It's going to produce toxins because it's just sitting in your stomach and rotting and fermenting. You don't want that. And the dirtiest trick that your mind will play on you is number 6. One time won't kill you. The worst part about this mental trick is that it is true. Eating before you're hungry one time won't kill you, but it will have consequences. In fact, this is such a clever trick because it uses the extremity of death to make the minor problems, seemingly minor problems, insignificant. But we don't want any problems. Like, if you could avoid digestive pain, why should you accept any at all? It's kind of like, hey, waste $100 on something that you don't need. After all, you're gonna have more in savings. Well, yeah, like, I'm gonna have more in savings, but why should I waste $100 on something that I don't need in the first place? So these are different tricks that the mind tries to play on us, because the mind, we want enjoyment, and our mind is facilitating getting that enjoyment, but the mind doesn't have to digest. And so its mission is simply to enjoy. We have to control the mind and listen to our body and listen to our stomach and make sure that we're eating on time and not just listening to our desires and mind. Otherwise, we're going to end up with far more digestive issues. And that is going to lead to unclear thinking and so many different kinds of pain in the gut. So if your mind tries to play tricks on you and convince you to eat before you're ready, remember the points that I made here. The fire in your digestion is the guide, not your mind. In fact, nothing else. And if you follow your digestive fire, you'll experience a tremendous improvement in the quality of your life from a health standpoint. So my name is Maxim Bishop. This channel is simply dedicated to helping you solve your digestion fast. And oftentimes we're connecting that to how it can improve your relationships and your finances. So give the video a like, subscribe if you like what you hear today, and I'll see you on the next one.